Hello student, now we are going to discuss about geography paper second, that is GG 202 physical geography paper second, hydrosphere. During the last lecture we have discussed about introduction to hydrosphere and submarine relief, where we have discussed about meaning and concept of hydrosphere, then importance of the study of hydrosphere in modern time, then surface configuration of ocean floor, where we have studied the continental shelf, continental slope, deep sea plain or abyssal plain, and ocean depths. Now we have to discuss about submarine relief of the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. Here, in the first instant, we have to study about the submarine relief of the Atlantic Ocean. The floor of the Atlantic Ocean. The area of the Atlantic Ocean occupies 1/6 of the geographical area of the globe. The shape of the Atlantic Ocean is like English letter S. The part of Atlantic Ocean which lies north of equator is called North Atlantic Ocean, and the part of it which lies to the south of equator is called South Atlantic Ocean. In this way, the Atlantic Ocean is divided into two parts, in the north and in the south. Those parts which which lies to the north of equator is called North Atlantic Ocean, and to the south of equator is called South Atlantic Ocean. Then the location of the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean lies to the west of the Europe and Africa, and in the east of the North America and South America. It merges with the Arctic Ocean towards the north and to the south with the Antarctic Ocean. Size and shape. The Atlantic Ocean occupies rather less than 1/6 of the total area of world, that is approximately 1/2 the extent of the Pacific Ocean, and this extent is approximately. It is the second largest ocean after the Pacific Ocean. It is relatively narrower towards the north, means Atlantic Ocean is relatively narrower towards the north, and the Atlantic Ocean is about 4,800 km wide in 40° north latitudes, and in the 35° south latitude its width is about 5,900 km. Towards the north there are islands like Greenland and Iceland, but in the south the Atlantic Ocean is open. The marginal seas. There are numerous marginal seas along the North Atlantic Ocean, like the Baltic Sea, North Sea, and Mediterranean Sea, lie towards the east. The Hudson Bay, Gulf of Mexico, lie in the western margin of the Atlantic Ocean. Then the continental shelf. The continental shelf in the Atlantic Ocean is very uneven. At some places, it extends from 3 and 80 kilometers towards north. Shelf is wider than the south. The extensive shelves are found around Newfoundland, that is the Grand Bank, and British Island, Dover Bank. In the center of the ocean, there is a long and gently undulating ridge. The rise is known as the Atlantic Rise, and it runs in the form of the rise is run in the form of S from north to south. The rise which lies in the north is known as Dolphin Rise, and in south is known as Challenger Rise. There are numerous ridges in the Atlantic Ocean which run in the west and east. The major ridge which runs to the east is known as the Walvis Ridge. The western ridge which runs toward the South America is known as the Rio Grande Ridge. In this way, the ridge in the north is known as Dolphin Rise, and in the south is known as Challenger Rise. Then the continental islands. Numerous continental islands lie in the North Atlantic Ocean. For the example, UK, then New UK, the Newfoundland, West Indies, etc. are the continental islands. Then ocean deeps. There are 19 deeps in the Atlantic Ocean. The depth of these deeps is more than 3,000 fathoms, means more than 5,400 meters. The major deeps in the Atlantic Ocean are Blake Deep. It is about 4,561 meter deep. Then Nares Deep. The depth of this deep is about 8,500 meter. Then to the north of the Puerto Rico deep, the depth is 8,385 meter. Island. Then another major deep is known as Romanche Trench. It lies near the equator and more than 5,000 meter deep. In this way, the submarine relief of Atlantic Ocean is there. There is a mid-oceanic ridge, and the shape of this ridge is like English letter S, and in the north it is known as Dolphin Rise, and in the south it is known as Challenger Rise. तर अशा प्रकारे सबमरीन रिलीफ तळरचना अटलांटिक महासागराची तळरचना या ठिकाणी आपण डिस्कस केली. नाउ we have to discuss about the floor of the Indian Ocean. Here the location, the Indian Ocean blocks on the three sides by the continents of Asia, Africa and Australia. Size and shape. The Indian Ocean is rather smaller than the Atlantic Ocean. It is roughly triangular in shape. The base of the triangle lies to the south, but due to the penetration of the Indian Peninsula in the north, its apex is divided into two parts. The eastern arm is Bay of Bengal and the western arm is Arabian Sea. The marginal seas are Red Sea, Andaman Sea, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Oman, etc. Then the continental shelf. The continental shelf in the Atlantic, in the Indian Ocean, the continental shelf in the Indian Ocean varies in width. The continental shelf is not well developed in this ocean because it is surrounded on three sides by blocks of South Africa, Arabia, the peninsular plateau of India and Australia. There are few continental islands in the Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka and Madagascar are larger islands. Zanzibar and Socotra are the smaller islands. Continental shelves are wide in the west and narrow along the coast of Java and Sumatra. The deep sea plain, more than three-fourths of the ocean floor of Indian Ocean is occupied by this plain. The depth of this plain is about 3,500 fathoms. There is a central continuous ridge in the Indian Ocean which runs southwards from Cape Comorin up to the continent of Antarctica. To the south of the equator, the ridge is known as the Chagos Rise. Between 30° and 40° south latitudes, it is known as the St. Paul Chagos Rise. To the south, the ridge becomes wider and almost forms a plateau, which is known as the Amsterdam St. Paul Plateau. Then the branches of the mid-Indian ridge. There are two transverse ridges in this ocean, in the Indian Ocean. One ridge runs from the Chagos Islands westward to the Socotra Islands. It is known as the Socotra Chagos Rise. The other runs toward the Seychelles Islands. This is known as Seychelles Chagos Rise. There is an isolated ridge to the south of Madagascar, known as Madagascar Ridge. It out widens out towards south, and it is known as the Prince Edward Rise. In this way, there are branches of the mid-Indian ridges, the ocean dips. There are few dips and trenches in the Indian Ocean. Significant dips are means trenches are Java or Sunda Trench. The depth of Java or Sunda Trench is about 7,450 meter, and Sunda Deep is the deepest one in the Indian Ocean. Obs Trench, then Mauritius Trench, etc. are the deeps in the Indian Ocean. Then Continental Islands. There are some continental islands in the Indian Ocean, and these are Lakshadweep and Maldives. These are coral islands. Then Mauritius and Reunion. These are the volcanic islands. Then Sri Lanka and Malagasy are the continental islands. Then Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are the fold mountain ranges. In this way, the floor of the Indian Ocean is there. Okay, next part will be continued during the next period. Thank you.